Manga Flip is on. We are now on, and people can see and hear us.
Okay, I'll repeat that. Oh, he was the original Launchpad.
Appears John smells something. He was waving his hands around his nose.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that the Discord chat thing isn't working right. I don't know why.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Kerrigan via Twitch says that they are seeing and hearing. Oh, but I guess that was from Twitch and not Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to restart the bot real quick and see what happens here. Test. Crap. Wait. Yeah, okay. Twitch chat is working, but Discord's not. I don't know what's going on. I'll take a look at that after the show. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fix this live. I'm gonna guess $50,000 that Discord changed something about the bot, and I gotta update it.
Fucking Discord.
That happens all the time. All right.
So Discord chat is not being relayed tonight.
It is not. No.
Very cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
Feel free to post whatever you want in Discord chat, but remember that it will be kept in the records of Discord chat.
Can we still see in Discord what people on Twitch say?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that part of the relay is working. Okay. But
Speaking of the relay, I'm relay ready to start the show.
all right, great. Jesse, are you ready?
Yes.
John, are you ready?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's your boy, John Harrington here, and we've got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We've got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got the newly crowned August Absurdity champion, once again returning to the top of the show, the king of the show, David Fleming. David, say hey.
Hey.
All right. Man, oh man, welcome back, everybody. It's Game That Tune, episode 306. And if you're just joining us, what we do on this show is listen to video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We try to guess each other's games based on the songs, a little bit of trivia. We goof off. We have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night picks a theme for the next episode and plays some bonus tunes. And our winner of August Absurdity was David Fleming. So David,
Indeed
got
it
to pick
was.
the theme for tonight's episode. So, David, you fancy yourself a podcaster?
I do fancy myself a podcaster.
All right. Then you get to tell them what the theme is for tonight's episode.
So the theme for the episode, going back to the previous...
David, let me stop you right there, man. I want to talk to you about what happened last week on August Absurdity, man. I want to talk to you about the ending of that fucking episode.
Can I ask a question real quick?
No. David, I don't care about New Super Mario Brothers 2. I don't. Fact of the matter is, I haven't cared about New Super Mario Brothers 2 in the decade since it came out, man. I don't care about it one bit. I don't care.
Goddamn, that game's 10 years old.
Don't care about what system it's on. I don't care who plays it. I don't care if you've played it, Johnny's played it. Don't give a fuck about New Super Mario Brothers 2. And, you know, it just gripes my ass. The fact of the matter is that we have a show here that's being run by children. Children that just, you know, I don't know, come up with new gimmicks out of nowhere. You know, this whole Coach Johnny routine. And then, you know, guys like you, David, you empty-headed fuck that says that New Super Mario Bros. 2 was heavily marketed on Super Mario Bros. 3 nostalgia. You know, It's fucking embarrassing that I have to be here saying this at the end of August, the beginning of September. David doesn't understand the bit that I'm doing, guys. He didn't watch the CM Punk press conference at all. He doesn't understand what's happening. And the fact of the matter is that while New Super Mario Bros. 2 may have brought back the leaf and the raccoon tail rather than a Tanuki suit, the fact of the matter is it was never heavily marketed on nostalgia for those things. It was coins. That was all it ever was. And the fact that I have to sit up here and say this, it's fucking embarrassing. Anyway, David, what's the theme for tonight's episode?
I'm sorry, John, were you speaking? I couldn't hear you because of my August absurdity crown shining so much, making too much noise. I believe you're asking about the theme. The theme for this week is shooting games in which you can shoot. And Johnny, so help me if you picked a hockey game.
Hey, Johnny's not going to bite me after the show, is he?
I've always said, man, if you got a problem with the theme, fucking my door is always open. Take it up with me. So, Johnny, David, if you got a problem with Johnny picking a hockey game for a game in which you shoot, then I'd say, take it up with Johnny.
I did not pick a hockey game.
Right. Man, I could really go for a big pile of baked goods right about now. So anyway, yeah, we've got 5 fantastic games. We've got 3 empty-headed fucking dumb fucks that picked games for this episode, and God, it's just fucking embarrassing. Guys, I gotta keep doing this show with you pricks. And the fact of the matter is, we got a great fan request tonight, and we're just gonna keep doing the show with pricks. So, Johnny, I think we just gotta jump right into game 1.
Game 1.
Way to go, Johnny. Oh, there it is.
All right, so this game, at the end of each level,
Hey, Jesse,
yes.
I'm better than Moses.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. So,
Damn.
fuck,
He fucking got your ass.
he showed me.
Woo, man! Johnny going into business for himself, man.
God, we
What
need
did
we
you
need
ever
a.
do in your goddamn life to deserve that?
I know. We need a shirt. This is better than Moses. It has Johnny's face on it.
Picture a dick boss.
All right, so the end of each level in this game, the player is given a ranking, and these rankings, from lowest to highest, are chicken, hero, sexy hero, ultra sexy hero, and super ultra sexy hero.
Once upon a time, a blue-eyed boy from the Old West learned one of life's cruelest lessons, that evil was bigger than his gun. So he followed the footsteps of a mysterious master to the Far East, where he learned the secrets of the sword and came back home with the heart of a gunman and the soul of a samurai.
Johnny had a dream of being the biggest hero round. There wouldn't be an enemy that he could not put down with a gun. Then one day Johnny met his match and turned his world around. He changed his name and learned the Shogun way, a land of the rising sun, rising day. Samurai gunmen, rising day. Johnny no more.
You have finally made it, my son. This is the last test and my final lesson for you.
All right, gentlemen, let's see some answers. So John and David got the correct answer with Rising Zan, and Johnny got the answer I put in the property, so he would think he was doing a funny thing. And oof,
Damn it!
God, he got fucking chair shotted right there.
So much for better than Moses, baby. You can't even
Yeah.
tell when you've been given fake metadata.
I mean, Johnny, I appreciate you looking at the metadata, but the last song literally says Rising Zan. What did
Yeah.
you think this game was?
Samurai Gunman.
Rising Zan, the samurai gunman.
So did David and John get it right?
Yes.
I thought he was saying Rising Sun.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
The subtitle for Red Steel, too.
Right.
So-
The subtitle, of course, is Rising Zan, the samurai gunman.
This game
Johnny
freaking
fool.
rules. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'd never heard of this game, and I was over on this this Blockbuster video, and I was looking at the different games that they had. They had these weird games for PlayStation that I've never seen before, and there was this one, and I was like, "Huh, I like samurai. Gunmen are okay, I guess. Let's see what this is." And freaking, it reminds me of like a Devil May Cry before one of those games existed, but on the PlayStation, because like you got a sword in one hand and you got a revolver in the other hand, and I
Dope.
guess the revolver has like infinite ammo because I was never running out of ammo. And so like it's real like over the top, like you're chopping ninjas in half and stuff, and like you're shooting them and they explode into little like giblets. It's really really cool. And at the end of each stage, you have to mash all the buttons on the controller like as fast as you can, and then like you do this like crazy like finishing move to the boss, and there's like this it'll do this like kind of stinger song real quick and be like Johnny No More, because that's the name of his gun. His gun is named Johnny No More. Not sure why. They probably explain it in the game, but like there's so much DNA in this game that like you see in other games. Like I said, Devil May Cry. There's God, like it reminds me of God Hand or like No More Heroes, but like this is like the first game like that I played. Like it's very actiony and like you're swinging your sword. You do this one ability, and it makes your sword get bigger and you can attack faster and stuff. It's crazy. It's a really really cool PlayStation game.
So this is like Japanese samurai action combined with Western gunslinger. Is this basically just like Sergio Leone spaghetti Western the game? Because
Kinda.
if so, I need to play this.
Yeah, you're like this cowboy dude, and like you see some bad stuff go down and you can't, defend against it, and so you go and learn how to, I guess, be a samurai, but you're still like knowing how to shoot. So you go back to the old west to where you live, and you start taking out the trash. I guess they've started like these weird. I want to say they're from space because they mentioned
space.
Oh, good. And they're like ninjas, and so like they just like drop like these castles down in the middle of these like western cities, and they have like cannons and stuff on them. It's like really like ridiculous. It's pretty great.
Sounds pretty awesome.
David, I just real quick want to go back. I know that you mentioned like Sergio Leone. Like, I know he ripped off samurai movies to make some of those westerns, but was there ever actually a Sergio Leone or anybody that made a western with samurai elements? Or
I mean, kind of like The Magnificent Seven was basically like a western remake, right. But like. Yeah, but like a movie that had cowboys with samurai swords, sadly, I don't believe so.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I didn't know about, or like I wasn't missing out on something amazing.
No, if that existed, that is definitely something that I would have immediately sent to you.
I think I know samurai movies. I think I know cowboy movies, but I don't know that I know an intersection point of those. At least not back in those days. So.
I think the closest is like Kill Bill 2.
Yeah.
Or The Last Samurai.
It's true. A lot of cowboys in that one.
I mean, I don't know, because you do have white people in ancient Japan, but there are no revolvers.
Mm-hmm. There's that there's that Western Django movie that came out.
There are revolvers.
Johnny, have you seen The Last Samurai?
Not in a long, long time.
Okay.
Because like the end battle, spoiler for Johnny, like they fight a bunch of people with like guns and stuff, and so I'm sure some of them had revolvers, and those samurai get fucking mowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't make a point to say they got mowed down by machine guns, though. So
it was like a Gatling gun. They were like World War I era stuff,
like the cowboy era. Yeah. Also, the death of samurais.
Yeah.
It's not a great, not a very like uplifting finish to that movie.
It's also a movie where like Tom Cruise teaches Japanese people how to be Japanese. So like I tend to forget and push aside large portions of that movie.
Right.
Does he do that? I thought
that's what he does in that movie.
I thought they taught him.
No, they teach him, and then he like helps Ken Watanabe like die in graceful peace according to tradition, and then all the Japanese people who are like part of the Western Army like take their hats off and like bow down in respect and everything. It's like, why is Tom Cruise teaching the Japanese to be Japanese?
Teach him how to die like a Japanese person. I don't know. There's plenty of reasons to be offended by The Last Samurai. But anyway,
And we're gonna break it all down for you tonight.
yeah, God, let's just shift over to that movie commentary we've been meaning to do. We got a lot of things to say about The Last Samurai. Jeez, here we go.
Okay, I just want to put it out there, and I realize me putting it out there means it will go on a poll, but I really don't want to do a commentary for The Last Samurai.
David, why would you do that to yourself, man?
So now there's no poll. We're gonna watch The Last Samurai tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's happening, baby. Everybody dress as your favorite Tom Cruise character and come prepared to
Oh my god.
takes on The Last Samurai.
Just gonna wear boxers like in Risky Business.
Mm-hmm.
That's boxers and a button-down shirt, though.
Well, that too. Yeah, I was getting there.
So it's not just boxers.
Well, I was trying to tease the listeners.
Okay.
Anyway, Jesse, is there anything else on Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman? This game that sounds incredibly dope, and we all should have played it by now.
If you're like, here's a whole bunch of money, and you could remaster some game from 1999 on PlayStation, I was like, that's very specific rules, but Rising Zan is my pick.
Word.
Game 2.
stall for a second. While we wait on David to get back here. So, what's the story of, like, why did I say I'm better than Moses? Am I really better than Moses?
That was just a line from a promo on Dynamite tonight.
Yeah, it's really. I thought it was funny, and I thought it would be funny coming from you.
Okay.
It's a hot line. Yeah, big time heel in AEW came back for the first time in 3 months, and his usual thing is that he's better than you and you know it. But then he made reference to Moses, and he's like, "Yeah, but I'm better than Moses." It's like, God damn, take that, Moses.
Man. I mean, what has Moses done lately? You know.
Right, I'm saying. It's a safer thing to say than like bigger than Jesus. Bigger than Jesus, in trouble. Better than Moses, no debate.
It's Old Testament shit. Nobody cares about that.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Moses is washed up. Despite parting the seas, he's very washed up.
I'm sorry, are we ready for guesses or?
No, I was going to give out some trivia here. All right, so cyberpunk themes are very influential in this game, but the creator became frustrated with the cyberpunk aesthetic refusing to evolve and continuing to be a reflection of the 1980s. So his goal is to have this game be a reflection of the modern era, and he has opted to use the term shitty future to categorize the game. All right, who's got them answers? Okay, let's see. So, John, I'm actually having a hard time reading yours. Mindy Baker's.
Mindy Bakery
Oh my God.
is really good. It's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays though.
That's not right. David says Jet Set Radio Future. That's not right. And Jesse says Umurangi Generation, which is correct.
Bless you.
I'm pretty sure that first song is a remix of a song from Jet Set Radio. So how is this not Jet Set Radio Future?
Because it's Umurangi Generation. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. That's
It's
all
like-
the information I need to know.
The other tunes do matter, David.
So this is a first-person shooting game, as in photography shooting.
God damn it.
I knew Johnny was going to pick a photo game. I just didn't know which one it was going to be.
I got to give it up, Johnny. I take everything back. Everything bad I said about you being a empty-headed fucking dumb fuck that goes into business for himself. That's a touch of genius, baby. Man, yeah, I would say good work, but yeah, man, yeah, it's too good to be a work. It's just good shoot.
Oh, but yes. So this is a first-person photography game. You're in the near future in New Zealand. The United Nations has like walled off the entire country of New Zealand from the rest of the world, and there's an alien invasion, and it's being told through things you photograph. Like as you go around, you get basically an assignment to go photograph things. And as you're photographing things, you find like flyers and stuff like that. It tells you the story of what's going on. And it's pretty interesting. It's you'll be given a task like go photograph 10 solar panels, and you have to figure out how to line up a shot that has 10 solar panels in it. And you get to really mess with the photos you take. Like you can adjust exposure and contrast and tint settings and all that fun stuff. So you get to kind of pretend that you're actually out like shooting photos. And you get to, I don't know if you can crop them, but I know you can definitely do all kinds of like little adjustments, and all that.
Oh, crap. Come on.
So,
What kind of photo shooting game is this?
so is this basically just Beyond Good and Evil with less stick fighting?
I don't know what Beyond Good and Evil is, so I can't answer the question.
David,
It's a
David,
combination
David.
photography game and stick fighting.
You can't just ask Johnny if he's played a game.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Or imply that he has played a game enough to know the prevalent combat style of a obscure game from almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
Now, John, is this just Pokemon Snap, but with fewer creatures?
No, because you get to actually go around on your own in this one. You're not on rails like in Pokemon Snap.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a difference. I like it.
Yeah, so you
No,
get
it's not like that at all. There are significant amounts of Pokemon in this game.
Right. Yeah. Shocking number of creatures.
and you get to do things too. Oh, I forgot to mention, you get to swap out different lenses. So sometimes the bounty will say like, oh, you gotta take a photo with a fisheye lens, things like that.
Oh my god!
And there's a DLC that includes attachment to do like a Game Boy camera style lens, so you can take Game Boy camera style photos.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dope. So like just really, really shitty photos.
Yeah, real shitty low res.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a photo with only 4 shades of gray?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, I would. You want to print it too? Oh yeah. Do I ever?
And yeah, my understanding is you get graded on the photos and you get graded based on composition, but not on the editing. You have complete control over how you edit them. So you get your bounties for taking the photos of the right thing with the right amount of stuff in it, but once you take that photo, you can, adjust the exposure all you want, adjust all the other settings, tone mappings, etc. all you want. That's all up to you. It doesn't really affect the score. The main thing is just getting the actual stuff needed in the photo and yeah, it looks pretty neat. And yeah, the United Nations has deployed military soldiers and like giant mecha surrounding New Zealand. And you get and there's also alien invaders that look like big jellyfish. And you do get penalized if you take photos of the jellyfish.
I'm sorry, is this a part of the game or are you just reading like a live news feed?
Right,
No.
yeah, Johnny, this is bled into like you reading fucking InfoWars.
Yeah, there's
That's
these
what I'm
jellyfish aliens.
The
This is like
United Nations has walled off the entire country of New Zealand.
This is a super fun game. You're taking a bunch of pictures. Oh, by the way, mecha are in New Zealand. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power is a false flag. There's actually a giant jelly mecha invasion going on in New Zealand.
There are only white hobbits.
And then
Why are we not talking about the hobbits who are gay frogs?
So a neat thing too about this game is it's made by a I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but Maori, the New Zealand Aborigines, Maori people.
Good enough.
Yeah, the developer is Maori, and apparently there's a lot of Maori culture in the game. I don't know enough about the culture to say what parts of it are from that, but I do know at the end, like the end of the game, I believe involves a lot of Maori things. So that could be cool.
All
It
the
makes
jellyfish get down on the rugby field and do the haka, and there's, I'm sure, traditional face paint.
Yeah,
And then
also asked if
eventually
they had
one of the jellyfish directs the new Thor movie.
Oh,
And yeah, I think it makes you want to learn more about it. I need to actually play the game, and then after playing the game, Google this game Maori and see like how it all, is it Maori?
You're getting into Maori territory.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Maori.
Just
I was
Maori.
gonna say, it's definitely Maori and not Miauri. That's a
Maori.
whole other corner of the
Yeah.
internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
those are like New Zealand cats.
Right. my fun, like trying to find out. My first time learning about the Maori thing. There was some game that we had back in elementary school. It was like an explore the world by sailing and trading, like ancient history, or like not ancient, but like sailing, Age of Exploration history game. And man, me and Dane Hutchins were kicking ass in that game, finding all the things on the checklist. And like as you sail, it uncovers more of the world. And there's like a fucking like a task list, and it says the last thing, a Maori mask. And like we don't know what the fuck that means. Like we had no idea where it was. Like it never dawned on us that it could be in New Zealand at all. Like we fucking did not finish that game because we did not check New Zealand. It's like, oh, Maori, that's a thing in New Zealand. Cool. Learned that in 5th grade and didn't follow up on it for quite some time. But
I mean, there's a whole subreddit of maps missing New Zealand. Like New Zealand is left out of a lot of things.
Lucky them.
I was gonna say it's if I can get out my soapbox for a second, like it is.
Please.
It is very tragic how much of world history ignores like the South Pacific exploration, like the indigenous peoples. Like it's a goddamn shame.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit down there to explore. It's all kind of sparse. And yeah, I think it's fine that a lot of it's left off, because it's like, yeah, let those people have their nice culture that nobody ruined. Like,
I mean, that's the point.
Yeah.
Took a while for white men to show up and ruin that culture. Great. Glad to hear it. Took a while for the jellyfish men in the Mecca to make their way to New Zealand. Good. Fine. You guys just enjoy your fucking pristine islands.
It kind of makes sense that New Zealand would be like the last bastion of humanity, because like nobody would want to send shit to New Zealand. Like, oh no, they're cool. Just leave them be.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to bother them with this, but there is an alien invasion taking place. But
The
okay.
white man.
Oh.
Hot take.
That is not a hot take at all. White people are the scourge of world history.
The jellyfish reveal themselves to be merely white people. All right, we admit it. Sorry, guys. We really wanted to be hip, and can we have your Maori mask?
We are the evil alien jellyfish. We are also British.
Right.
Now, David, it is funny though that you mentioned the Jet Set Radio Future song, because Jet Set Radio is a clear influence on this game.
This game is just very multifaceted.
as in the creator like mentioned it in his list of influences. Like in the DLC where you get the Game Boy camera, you also get rollerblades and the ability to spray paint things. So yeah.
Okay, it threw me for a loop there.
It feels a little on the nose. Just a little. I don't know. Game sounds pretty dope though, Johnny.
Yeah, it looks
rollerblade around a shitty future New Zealand with aliens invading. I mean, like, I don't know. It's got a lot going on, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and it came out on Nintendo Switch, and you can use the motion controls to like tilt the camera and things like that. It looks pretty good.
Can you demonstrate that for the camera again? Just how you use the motion controls to tilt the camera? Wow. Okay, like that, huh?
Please visually demonstrate this for our podcast listeners.
Why did I do that twice?
Well, we still have a live show too. Like
we have a live audience, and I find it comical that Johnny felt the need to mime tilting a camera with a Nintendo Switch.
Whoa, Johnny, you need to scale those movements back. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that for our live viewers.
Yeah, you're spinning out of control.
Johnny, what are you doing?
Relax.
God, that's not how you use a camera.
Yeah, jeez.
Stop biting it.
Mm-hmm. No, don't
Why
use
are
the
you using one Joy-Con to spank the other?
Step switch. What are you doing?
Game 3.
All right, so trivia for this game, Umurangi Generation was oh shit, wrong tab. So this game features 20 units in total, each falling into different categories such as mechanical, shielded, or bionic. Amongst those different mobile units include Mage, Frog, Bigfoot, and Turtle. All right, so as y'all are writing out your answers, I do want to give a special thanks to Damian Beckles, who gave us this request. This is our fan request, so gentlemen, let's see those answers. So Johnny says Red Steel 3, sadly incorrect. John says he shares a bank account with his mother, which I believe is a wrestling reference. Sadly incorrect.
Tell you everything you need to know about this fucking request.
Jesse has the correct answer. This is Gunbound. Gunbound. Any of you gentlemen played it?
Very briefly.
Nope.
Johnny?
Is this a game where your hands get glued or nailed into guns? And
no, you're
permanently
thinking
bound
of
to
a
the guns.
No, you're thinking of a very different interpretation of the New Testament.
This isn't the thing at the party where you have two guns taped to your hands and you have to finish drinking both of them before before the party's over.
Edward
No, you're
40
thinking
hands.
of 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Did you ever do the wizard staff one where like you have to like tape?
I'm sorry, Jesse. You're thinking of 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Okay, so I love the idea of 7 minutes in heaven being that you get shoved in a closet with 240s taped to your hands and you gotta drink in 7 minutes.
7 minutes, 80 ounces of malt liquor, 2 guns.
Okay, so apparently y'all didn't go to a dry campus. When you lived off campus, shit got very alcoholic very fast. Anyway, this is Gunbound. So Gunbound is a free-to-play multiplayer turn-based game. And it's, from what I'm to understand, it's basically like Worms, but with tanks.
Pretty much. Anime tanks.
So it's Scorched Earth?
Yep. With
Sure.
anime tanks.
Yeah, I was
Son
gonna
of a-
say Scorched Earth is guns with tank or worms with tanks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's like I wish I had a lot to say about this game, but sadly I don't. It was like a Korean mobile game that eventually went worldwide. Everybody gets their own avatar. You can accumulate money to buy like decorative cosmetic stuff, so you can be like a pirate tank, or like I believe there's a ninja tank, things like that. But yeah, it's basically just like a turn-based artillery game where you're just shooting volleys from tanks to try to like win.
Now, it says here this game first came out in like 2002. Is this still up and running? Like, has this game been online for 20 years?
No. The
No,
North
it's
Well, it's still running, I think, in like Japan, Korea, and like Brazil, but the North American versions were shut down back in 2009. So it's still a worldwide game, kind of, just not in America. So therefore not worldwide because the world centers around America. But it seems like a cute, charming war game, if such a thing can exist. I really just
exist.
Sorry, John?
I said yes, Worms exists.
Yeah. But this is not Worms. This is Worms with tanks.
Right, but
it's a totally different thing.
So it's Scorched Earth.
A cute, charming war game. You know, we know it exists. This is just a ripoff of another game that was already a ripoff of something. Like, yeah,
I mean, I fail to think that South Korea would rip off anything from Japan.
No,
Like,
no, certainly not. And
I don't think Scorched Earth was made in Japan though. Like, this is like, I mean, this is definitely like the 12th Xerox.
Right. That's okay. You know, I like this because there's music, and therefore we can feature it on the show, and it's basically an opportunity to kind of just reminisce on like Scorched Earth type games. But yeah, like you know, let's give no praise to the makers of this game. This is you know, well-worn, well-tread ground here, guys. Like, it's not very clever, this game.
Wouldn't it just be a genre at this point?
It kind of feels like it, right? Like, I mean,
because it's like a turn-based, you know, strategy kind of thing. But
this is just another game in the genre of adorable warfare.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, and just like fully accessible, like kind of deceptively simple gameplay types, like, you know, an artillery shelling game where you're, you know, it's I don't want to say it's geometric because it's not. But you know, Johnny, help me out. What's the
2D?
What's the word where you're trying to assess a parabola, essentially?
Yeah, you're I don't know. You're doing like easy mode trig in your head. You know,
right? Yeah. It's not geometric. It's functional.
Exactly, but it's like, you know, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot this thing at this angle and see what happens, and you know, maybe a power meter's involved, a special type of explosion, and then yeah, you just kind of take turns blowing each other up. It doesn't matter if you're tanks or worms or MS-DOS tanks from 1991. It's you know, the game itself really, I doubt this game does anything innovative besides adding eyes to the tanks.
You know, John, I wish I could counteract your point, but I'll be honest, we got 2 requests this week, and it was either this or Call of Duty, and I really didn't want to talk about Call of Duty. Plus, this game had, like, really charming, fun music, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll play that one.
More like Call of Doo-Doo.
That's why we listen to our Patreon Absurd fans. Our patrons get request priority, and, you know, if you're paying money to this podcast, it probably means you have pretty good taste in video game music. So, you know, Damien, great call. You know, nice tunes from a game that I'm glad that they made a version of this game with tunes. Like, I can't speak to whether or not any of the Worms games even had tunes. Scorched Earth was a DOS game. I know what sounds came out of that thing. That's why it hasn't been featured on the show yet. I love that game. It doesn't work for the show. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like another game kind of like that, where, like, you know, what are those like classic, like, I want to say, like, you know, kind of just 2-player only, but like, you know, okay, yeah,
Pong?
like me, Johnny, and David are in a room, and one of us has to keep getting up because the next one, like, it's their turn to play. Like, what are those fucking classic PC games that are only made for 2 players? Like, you know, and you got to keep on, like, you know, feel like Scorch was one of my favorite examples of that. Like, all right, you fucking lost, out of the way.
Mortal Pongbat is on that list.
There you go, bingo,
That game's
baby.
classic.
Classic.
Oregon Trail.
Yes. God, man, the combat in Oregon Trail was fucking deceptively simple, but man, was it satisfying.
God, Oregon Trail would have been so much better if one person could be the hunter and one person could be the bear.
I was going to say, Johnny was always the bear, and we were always the fucking explorers.
Oh, man, or it could be more like a, what is that game where one person drives and the other person shoots, and it'd be like
Halo 2.
One person is on the stagecoach and the other person is shooting animals, I guess.
Actually, that would be awesome. Yeah, if you did Oregon Trail, but all of a sudden it was split screen and like one person was trying to avoid rocks and the other person was like fighting buffalo chasing after you. I'd play the shit out of that game.
Oh man, especially if they just use like the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas engine, like. You know, you got big smoke in your covered wagon. All you had to do was stay close to the buffalo, CJ.
Has anybody done an Oregon Trail mod for Grand Theft Auto? Because if not, why not?
You get to the trading post, you just start doing that crazy fast food order. Need some oxen, some wagon wheels, a couple of wagon tongues, 2,000 pounds of food, extra dip. This is, man, speaking of, so we talked about a game that's like well-tread ground. How about the untread ground of Oregon Trail Cross Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
I mean, I would pay just to play Grand Theft Auto, except all the prostitutes are dressed like saloon girls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily saying that's my king. I'm just saying I would play that game.
David, have you watched Westworld?
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah, I think you must.
I'm sorry, but not sorry to repeat the joke, but I would love to play Oregon Trail, where when you die, your gravestone says, "All you had to do was follow the damn trail, CJ."
All you had to do was follow the Oregon Trail, CJ. Yeah. Attempt to ford the river. No, we should pay the Indian to help us across. All you had to do was pay the damn Indian, CJ. Whatever you die from, it's all you had to do was blank.
All you had to do was ford the river.
Yeah. All you had to do was not get cholera, CJ.
That's what you get for drinking river water.
Damn it, Smokey.
Told you we shouldn't have gone past Chimney Rock, CJ. All right, guys, let's make this whole fucking game.
So anyway, Gunbound.
Going to Oregon Trail. A logical thing to be talking about when the game is a ripoff of a ripoff of a ripoff of a classic artillery game.
Yeah, Gunbound. It's a turn-based free-to-play game with cute anime tanks, and it's got fun music. Thank you, Damien, for the request.
All you had to do was aim the artillery at the other tank, CJ.
Game
God
4.
All right, fellas. So this game features a single player mode, a head-to-head battle mode, and 2 additional sets of downloadable content that cost 200 Wii points each. All right, guys, who's ready?
I'm very ready.
Good. Let's have it then. Oh, Jesse's got the Wii remote penis. Sadly incorrect. David has got a Contra guy shooting penises as bullets. Sadly incorrect. And Johnny is the most close with Los Santos Trail, starring Big Smoke. Sadly incorrect. You want to play the bad sound first, or should I reveal it? No, guys, this is the classic shooting puzzle game, Bust a Move Plus for the WiiWare.
Oh, WiiWare.
Yeah, Bust a Move
Plus.
You guys remember Bust a Move?
Yeah, the thing they stuffed Bubble Bobble into.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Bust a Move every time I hit the club each week.
I'm going to let you just kind of soak in that one, David. That's really something there. Yeah,
I can't
David
bust
always
a move. I'm white.
David always going out clubbing to Bust a Move by Young MC. That's shows you how old he is, or how old he thinks he is.
I'm concerned about how David's version of Go to the Club is Bust a Move. David's version of 7 Minutes in Heaven is chugging 240s. Like that's
David maybe didn't experience life the same as the rest of us.
Johnny, how can I emphasize this? I am an introvert who is also a raging alcoholic.
Okay, so real talk.
And he likes to dance.
I want to know, and it's not a shame thing. I'm just asking. Have you ever been to what one might call a nightclub or a dance club?
No, not ever.
Cool, just checking. I'm just asking. So it's that's not everybody's scene. It wasn't really my scene. I mostly went to chasing
I think
somebody.
I think the closest I've ever gotten to is a bar with karaoke.
I mean, that's not in any way a nightclub / dance club. It's
right,
it was something that was open at night that featured music.
Right.
David,
not even close to a club.
Isn't there a bunch of fans coming to Chicago soon? Like, we need to get
Yes,
David
and I am
out.
not taking them to a club.
No, they're taking you to a club.
Yeah,
right?
We're calling all our fans that are going on the Chicago visit. Take David to a club, please.
You don't have to stay the whole night. Just show up, realize it's terrible, and leave. That's fine.
Alternatively, please do not.
Okay, but wink, wink, wink. Fans
No.
definitely kidnap David and take him to a nightclub. So anyway,
Whatever the opposite of a wink is, that 3 times.
Yeah. Bust a Move, a song that seldom is played at nightclubs. Bust a Move, the game, a game that never comes up at nightclubs. However, a very fun game.
It never comes up at nightclubs, mainly because it's only in like pizza parlors.
Right. Man, it's really funny you say that, because that is one of the earliest memories I have of playing an arcade version of Bust a Move at a pizza parlor on St. George Island, Florida, just being like, what is this delightful thing? Like, I'm not fully processing what Bubble Bobble is and its relationship to this, but I like those cute dinosaurs, and I like these bubbles, and the shooting of the things. This is worth $1.25, and I will ask my dad for a second and be rejected. But yeah, what a game.
See, it's funny that you bring up St. George Island, because my first memories of Bust a Move were as an arcade machine at the Pizza Hut on 312 in St. Augustine. Because for a hot minute, they had a Bust a Move machine, and I definitely played that waiting for pizza to be finished when we were picking it up.
It's an excellent, excellent pizza parlor arcade game. But for those that didn't feel like playing in a pizza parlor, they put it out on WiiWare in 2009. It was busted. So you can play it at home. And I know what you're thinking. WiiWare Bust a Move. How do you control it? You tilt the Wii remote left and right to control the trajectory of the little thing. You're wrong. You hold the Wii remote sideways like an NES controller and control it with the directional pad.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. That seems like a missed opportunity, but also not, considering how well the Wii's motion controls went.
I'm just saying I don't know exactly when this came out in relation to that somewhat notorious upgrade to the Wii's motion controls, Wii Remote Plus, but they called this Bust-A-Move Plus, and it existed on Wii and did not use the motion controls. So it was a bit of a misnomer, but it's still really fun because I love Bust-A-Move. Like it's, I don't know, man. Jesse, Johnny, you guys play Bust-A-Move a bit?
No, I never
A
actually
little
played
bit.
Bust-A-Move.
Whoa,
Pretty fun.
Johnny, never played Bust-A-Move.
I played some open source ripoff of Bust-A-Move,
I'm sure
on
you
like
did.
Linux.
You played motherfucking Snood, didn't you?
No, I played like Penguin Move or whatever. It's like Bust-A-Move but with penguins because it's Linux.
Mhm. Sure, that's
I
fine.
played Busta Groove.
Different game.
I played Bust-A-Nut like every day.
Didn't ask. Wasn't going that way at all. I just really wanted to know what your mileage was on fucking Bust-A-Move. Like, because it's got so many things that I find charming. One, the little dragons from Bubble Bubble. Two, a bunch of colorful balls. Three, matching three things to make things disappear. Four, it's got a geometric based like cannon that is the crux of all the puzzles. You bounce things off the wall and make them do fun, like trajectories.
So it's like Scorched Earth.
This is exactly like Scorched Earth, except you're not playing against someone directly. There's a head-to-head mode in which you're both trying to solve puzzles and like throw junk at each other.
What if you just can't see them?
Then Scorched Earth is a little bit different because you're trying to blow up each other's tanks as opposed to solve a puzzle faster than the other person.
It's just like Scorched Earth, except there are dragons and bubbles and a pizza parlor.
Right.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm going
Ryan
to
Reynolds.
be able to survive that show.
It's the show that launched Ryan Reynolds' career.
Yes. But yeah, it's I really don't have to explain Bust-A-Move to anybody but Johnny, but the games are fun. I'm trying to think if I don't know that any of the like power-ups or like special balls were exclusive to this version or if they had shown up in other things. I definitely played a lot of the Super Bust-A-Move on PlayStation 2. I almost used that one instead, but I played this one more recently and I felt like using it. So there's like a ball with a star in it where if you hit it, whatever ball you contact it with, it destroys all those same colors. So that's a really easy way to solve the puzzle. If you can, get that to be like, the ball at the top of the thing, everything below it disappears. There's another thing. It's like a rainbow ball where if you clear it, it then changes colors into the thing that you cleared it with. So that's kind of like a trick thing. It's a pain in the ass that just extends the length of the puzzles. There's a fireball that blows up just a few things around it. I mean, it's Bust-A-Move. It's shooting balls at geometric angles and just having fun and listen to these nice tunes, nice mellow music. And I thought I would get a little pushback on this pick. Honestly, I wasn't trying to troll anybody with the pick, but like, it's a puzzle game in which you're bouncing balls off the walls, and I thought maybe somebody would be like, oh, you don't shoot things in that, but like the game describes itself as using a cannon to shoot the the balls in the game. So I'm prepared to defend that this is indeed a shooter game, despite being a head-to-head puzzle game.
John, there is no defense necessary. You are absolutely shooting balls.
Yes, good, thank you. I just want to make sure, like, like the cannon in the Bust-A-Move games doesn't have like a puff of smoke. And you're not killing anybody. So, you're busting moves and you're popping bubbles. I wanted to make sure that was meeting the requirements of shooting something. There's no real animation to the cannon, like it doesn't show Bub and Bob pull the little thing or light the fuse on the cannon. The balls just come out of the thing and they're loaded. I mean, it's not the most shooty of games, but like, yeah, you're 100%
if you're looking for a game over, we can give it to you. But I will gladly say shooting balls as much as you would like for this episode. Good, to prove my point, I'll say it again: shooting balls.
Now, David, you're somewhat of a Taito boy, a bust a mover, as it were. What's the deal with the fact that these dragons puke up these balls and you shoot them at things? Like, are Bub and Bob just completely superfluous to this? Could it just be a colorful ball shooting game, or is there something important to the fact that these dragons barf these balls into this cannon before you shoot them?
John, are you asking how Bub and Bob fit into the bust a move cannon?
Certainly, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not asking about bust a move cannon, Johnny. I'm merely asking the importance of dragon barf to the
Johnny,
series.
play the Mario 2 sound for yourself.
God, he couldn't help himself. So anyway, is there anything important about the fact that the dragons barf these balls into the cannon, or are Bub and Bob just really that superfluous to this whole series?
I feel like it's a cute puzzle game, and Taito said we need a character, and the Space Invaders really aren't characters, so let's add Bub and Bob, and they can shoot balls.
Makes sense.
Because I want to say shoot balls one more time.
Right. Did you ever play, was there an alternate version of this where you were like a guy moving around down below it and shooting a like vertical like arrow or like hook shot at something to pop balls? Is that something I'm making up?
You're thinking of Donkey Kong 3, where you play as Stanley the Bugman.
See, you're thinking that, and that's exactly the reference I was going to make, but I feel like there was an alternate, maybe it's some kind of, but maybe that's Bust a Groove or something, but I feel like there's an alternate version of this where somehow the puzzles hinge on you being a guy popping the bubbles from below using some kind of elaborate weapon. I'll have to look into that, because just kind of came flooding back to me. I feel like it was like it wasn't like necessarily a multi-cab thing at the pizza parlor I was at, but it's like you could choose the mode. You choose Bust a Move or so-and-so popping the bubbles with his thing mode.
I think we'll have to do more research, and as Absurd King, I'll set the Game That Tune record keepers to look at this up, but as far as I'm aware, it's just dragons shooting balls.
It's good. Yeah, we support all the ball shooting in the world. Shoot our balls so much you might as well call us Plaxico Burst.
Oh,
yeah. Wait, no, he shot himself in the leg. Oh, that was a bad fucking NFL joke. He didn't shoot himself. It was close. It was close. I was trying to think of which NFL player got shot in the balls.
I enjoyed that. That was good.
It was that's a reference for people of a certain age and of a certain fandom. So yeah. God, with that reference, I really kind of put one in my balls. So
Plaxico is a good name too.
It's a great name. So Johnny, we're going to change your first name to Plaxico.
All right.
So
cool.
Plaxico, take us to the next guy. I can't say that with straight face. Johnny, let's go to game 5.
Who's Johnny?
Yeah. Oh no,
I'm Plaxico now.
Johnny no more.
He's become
Johnny
Plaxico.
shooting balls.
Game 5.
So this game features multiple unique weapons, including a spread gun, lasers, detonating footballs, and electric music. All right, gentlemen, who has your answers ready?
Here we go.
So ready.
All right, so John Regan says Jet Set Radio present, sadly incorrect. Jesse says Splatoon 3, sadly not out yet. And John Harrington says, go fuck yourself. That's as close as we have to a correct answer, but sadly incorrect.
Oh!
This is Spider Sores.
Like,
sorry, what?
Wait, like
okay?
SORES, like spiders with open gaping wounds?
No, Spider Sores like SAURS, as in a combination of arachnids and dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
It was also worth it to reveal the answer to watch everybody go, what?
Yeah, no, because when you say out loud spider sores, it sounds like something you get when you don't keep up a house properly.
Yeah, it sounds like, yeah, exactly. I sleep in a bed with too many spiders.
Too many spiders.
It's a problem, man.
Oh, God, I keep waking up with all these spider sores. Oh.
I remember to turn Grandma over. She's getting some spiders.
That's what happened when Peter Parker is old and bedridden.
Yeah.
MJ.
No, this is Spider Sores. This is a 2D run and gun. Am I gonna have to repeat this name so we can get a take without laughter? Or?
No, that's the thing. There will be no takes that we don't laugh at because it's a very silly sounding name.
Sounds like
Sores.
Yeah.
It's a very silly game, but also an awesome game. So this is a 2D run and gun game developed by WayForward. It was originally published for, I believe, Apple Arcade, and then eventually got like a Switch port, and I believe a port to Xbox and PlayStation, and Steam, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's basically Contra, but the plot of the game is like Jurassic Park, but instead of bringing dinosaurs back, they decide to combine them with various arthropod and insects. And then there's a mistake that happens, go figure, and all of these hybrid dinosaur insect monsters start attacking everything, so you have to go shoot the hell out of them. There's two main characters. There is a male character that is a professional athlete who has a gun that shoots like baseballs and footballs. And then there is a female character who is a professional rock musician whose weapon is like a guitar that she strums and shoots like music notes at. So it's a very silly game. And in a lot of ways, this game kind of just boils down what I love about WayForward, in that they have a way of making games that appeal directly to me. Like, hey, do you like River City Ransom? Well, here's River City Ransom, but we're going to amp up the pixel graphics. We're going to add badass vocal soundtrack, and you're going to be a bunch of high school girls beating the shit out of things. Like, hey, do you like Contra? Well, here's Contra, but it's going to look like a Saturday morning cartoon, and instead of aliens, you're fighting dinosaur insect hybrid monsters. Like, I'm fucking here for it.
Yeah. How about Contra with just a couple more boobs and also just an insane amount of its absurd shit going on? Like, yeah, okay, cool.
And apparently a strange skin disorder.
Yes, not to mention, yeah, that skin disease. Yeah, David, I find it troubling, however, that this game is almost impossible to Google. Like, you can search for it and not find really any information. Like, there's no Wikipedia article for it. You can find like the Switch description page. You can find the Steam page. Did this game not work out for them or something? I feel like this game should be like, I don't know. Like, I feel like WayForward has a better rep than this. I feel like people should, I don't know, kind of know and love this game. And I feel like it doesn't at least based on the SEO of trying to search for it just now, doesn't seem to exist.
Well, I feel like the problem is you're basing this on 15 seconds of Google searches. Like, the game, I can assure you, did come out.
Okay.
And it is really fun because, and a lot of people might say, like, is it good? Like, everything's like, but WayForward did develop Contra 4 for the DS. So, like, they know they're running guns. Like, they put some effort into this game. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying all my usual haunts for learning things and like looking up trivia and shit for this show. They don't have a whole lot of Spider Source stuff. Like TV tropes only has 5 tropes associated with this game. That feels like, either this game is completely unique and doesn't rely on any tropes, or this game simply doesn't exist.
And I do want to give a special shout out to our Discord chat. Thanks to Kerrigan, who pointed out this game was released in July, at least for like Switch, PlayStation, Steam, etc. So maybe stuff just hasn't been categorized by the internet, but the game definitely existed, and it's definitely awesome.
Yeah, I feel like you're taking it somewhat literally when I say the game doesn't exist. I just mean that for the purposes of me trying to find out something to say about this game right now, it's difficult to do. I'm not.
It exists, damn it!
Are you trying to say that this game is a liberal hoax?
I'm saying this game exists as a footnote on WayForward's own Wikipedia page, and it makes it slightly complicated for me to figure out what the fucking game is.
I mean, it's not. I understand where you're coming from, but it's also not difficult to like discuss what this game is, because this game is Contra but silly with dinosaur insects. That's really all there is to it. Like,
now, hold on, David.
So it's based on a historical event?
Right.
It is, yes. This is based on the Second Battle of Bull Run. Well,
no, that was that Contra deal.
Yeah, the hostage thing.
The Iran-Contra deal when the Tyrannosaurus spider came out of the desert.
Yeah. Fucking
Ayatollah
I mean, it was very complicated.
The famous Spider Contra ordeal.
Yeah. God, they made that whole fucking movie about it. No, David, I'm also quickly questioning. It's spider sores. Spider being the key thing there. They're not insects, are they? They're arachnids.
So some of them are spiders, and some of them are arthropods, and some of them are insects. So
John,
there is literally there's literally a boss that's called the Roach, which I believe is like a velociraptor combined with a roach. Again,
I would have called it the Cockraptor. Come on.
They focus tested
episode
that,
title.
And they focus tested that, and unfortunately, some people had some negative reactions to Cockraptor.
Unfortunately, it did too well.
Nobody's making them play the game.
Unfortunately,
turn it off.
Unfortunately, Cockraptor broke the like button.
Yeah.
Oh,
turned the knob so far to the green side that it sheared the knob clean off.
Johnny, cockraptor.com. Go.
Yep. I think you got to find out if we can get it. Or cock.raptor. Raptor.cock.
Unfortunately, they tried, but then they were approached by the lawyer for an adult actor named Manuel Cockraptor.
Yeah.
Right,
it was just taken.
It's
guys, cockraptor.com is available.
Oh my god.
It's on sale for $10 for the first year.
What? Patrons, new tier, $10, and you can own cockraptor.com.
Get your very own website.
I'm sorry, there's a coupon code I can get for $7 for the first year.
Okay, fuck the patrons. I will pay $7 per year for cockraptor.com.
You guys have some cockraptor.com email addresses? I can make that happen.
Of course.
I feel like we have to.
All
Johnny,
right.
I have never wanted anything more in my life.
I'm going to sign up for so many car insurance offers with this.
Shirt ideas.
Man, so but yeah, so anyway, this game doesn't feature the Cockraptor. That's now a Game That Tune exclusive. Let's think of some other combinations of insects and arachnids and dinosaurs that sound silly.
Scorpidactyl.
That's pretty funny. It's really good, man.
Plessia pillar.
Mm-hmm.
God, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. Praying mantriceratops. No. I can do better than that. I can do better.
Triceramantis.
Yes. David, I feel like you should be chiming in here, man. You're like Mr. Dinosaurs.
I was responding people in the Discord chat.
Well, don't do that. We're fucking recording a show, man. Either come up with a portmanteau of something silly or let's go to the calculator computer.
I mean, I just want to say that this game it's just fun. It's silly. It's basically like I said, it's another Contra game. It's a spiritual successor to Contra, but a little on the more fanciful side. And also, if I had to create a like portmanteau character, it would be like Brontosaurant.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm for it. Now, last thing. Is any game that's a side-scrolling, I guess, 8-directional shooter a spiritual successor to Contra, even though this game has almost like no resemblance to Contra, like you're shooting out sports balls and music notes? Like,
well, see, the thing is, like, visually, it's much more like distance from Contra, but mechanically, it plays very similar to Contra, because again, it was developed by the team that made Contra 4. Like, you get different abilities as you play through them. One of them is like a double jump, one of them is like a spread shot. Like, it's basically another Contra game, but much more on the silly end.
I like it. You ever think somebody makes a run and gun shooter game and then they realize it's kind of like Contra and they're like, oh wait, fuck Contra, I hate Contra? Or like, does everybody owe a debt to Contra when they make these games?
I don't know that anybody says fuck Contra, I hate Contra, because I don't know that anybody hates Contra.
A lot of people hate Contra, David. It's very hard. It's like notoriously not the most welcoming game.
Well, I feel like people who hate Contra because it's hard don't hate Contra. They hate the difficulty curve. Like, if you made Contra but easy, I bet people would eat it up.
But would it really be Contra at that point, David?
I don't know. Maybe instead of fighting aliens, you're fighting dinosaur, insect, spider hybrids.
By shooting a gun full of sports at them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess we'll have to play this insane-ass game and find out. It's, man, I'm going to put it on the list. Sounds, I don't want to say good, but it sounds like it's something. Johnny, give me an adjective that maybe describes this game.
Cockraptory.
There you have it. Thanks, Johnny. I knew you were good for something.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps.
Space!
Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
Yeah, all right, man. Congratulations, Jesse. Great game.
Yep.
Really glad to see you get the win, man. Jesse, he's a sweetheart, and I'm more concerned for his health these days than seeing him back in the ring. But really glad to see you get in there and get that win. So congrats, Jesse. Great game. You now get to pick the theme for our next episode of the show. So I'm wondering if you got something fantastic in mind.
How about games that suck? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that like Blinks the cat, how he has got like a vacuum, the time sweeper, or like fucking Luigi has the suck-o-matic and shit. Or like if your game has like a black hole or some kind of singularity that sucks stuff in. any kind of like, if there's like a fucking whirlpool that's sucking stuff in, if there's sucking, you can pick the game.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kirby. Fucking, he's the big sucker.
That's wow, man. What a theme. I'm really so are you closed off to games that like proverbially suck? You actually do just want games with sucking mechanics?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not talking bad games. There could be a bad game with a sucking mechanic. But next week we want games that suck. These games do be sucking. It's wow, Jesse, I love it. That's it's going to be interesting kind of thinking on that theme. Characters sucking, games that with like I'm guessing quicksand or like whirlpools, all valid. Does a tornado suck? It draws things in and kind of slings them. Would you call it a suck?
Yeah, if you can defend them to suck.
If you can justify that suck.
Yeah.
What about
I will always justify suck.
Even suction cups. If there's a game with like suction cups, maybe one of those Garfields that's like on like your car, that's cool.
What about games with glory holes?
Yeah, there you go. That's sucking.
Well, Johnny, I'll find a game with glory holes.
I have seen though where
it's the internet.
it's the internet.
You fool! You just told Johnny to find a glory hole game. Like, look who you're talking to. God,
you flew too close to the sun, David.
You just have 500 shareware Gluck Gluck simulators ready to roll for next week's episode.
Episode title.
No, we already used Gluck Gluck Simulator as an episode title.
Oh.
It was a callback, Joe.
The revenge.
Son of a bitch. Oh, gross. Well, anyway, yeah. So next week the show's gonna suck. Plain and simple. Man, this week, what show it was. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us. Thanks to everybody watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thank you to everybody checking us out in podcast form. Our podcasts come out at GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. We super appreciate you guys checking us out there. Rating, reviewing, subscribing, doing whatever it takes to listen to Game That Tune. We super appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/GameThatTune is the home for awesome exclusives. We've got mixtapes. We've got new episodes of Game That Tune Gems coming. We've got all kinds of other fun stuff. We got movie commentaries. We got Covered Up. We got just any old thing that
coming soon. Patrons get a cockraptor.com email address.
That's right. Everybody gets a cockraptor.com email address. And most importantly, obviously, you help us keep the lights on at the 24/7 video game music stream at radio.gamethattune.com.
And the new Game Pass tier.
There also is the new Game Pass Sugar Daddy tier that no one has utilized yet. I know that it's asking a bit much, and it's a bit gauche to do something specific to Jesse. But
it's not gauche at all. You could be the first for this tier.
Yeah, and you get a personalized shout out from Jesse every single month that you're subscribed to that tier. So for some of our patrons, it would be a mere $1 upgrade. For other patrons, maybe a little bit more. But let me shout out some people that should be at the Jesse Sugar Daddy tier. I'm talking about our Patreon Absurd fans. I'm talking about Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Grimmery, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, Akadar, and The Kerrigan. A fantastic group of patrons, many of whom could pledge an additional $1 and get a specialized shout out from Jesse because you pay for his Game Pass. So check out patreon.com/GameThatTune. We love you guys. Thank you to our requester tonight. David, shout out that requester.
The requester came to us through our Discord from Damian Beckles.
Patreon Absurd fan Damian Beckles, utilizing that Discord. You can also use GameThatTune.club, our social media server, or you can hit us up, GameThatTune@gmail.com. We always love getting requests from you guys. And that is pretty much going to do it. So, Jesse, you are taking us home with the bonus tunes. So what do you got tonight?
unfortunately, it's not video game related, but I was
Ah.
doing a lot of thinking of about your uncle that passed away recently, who was a clown, and I wanted to respect, clowns everywhere, and I found a very clowny song. Um, it's you may recognize the name Crispin Glover, famed actor. He wrote a song called "Clowny Clown Clown." And I brought that to us this evening. So enjoy.
I'm arching an eyebrow at the mere utterance of Crispin Glover singing a song about clowns, but I do appreciate you giving a shout out. Shout out to my Uncle Robin. Love you very much. Rest in peace. And Jesse, thanks for those tunes. Peace out, everybody. Most esoteric fucking bonus tune we've ever featured on the show. That is really
That's why I'm here, baby.
really something. Jesus Christ. Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman, is copyright 1999 UEP Systems. Umurangi Generation is copyright 2020 Origami Digital. Gunbound is copyright 2003 Softnix Limited and EG Games LLC. Bust a Move Plus is copyright 2009 Square Enix. Spider Soars is copyright 2019 Way Forward Technologies.